I'm on set 7. I'm here in front of the camera. I am in front of the stage. My guy, please come to me.
Past friend. Thank you, past friend. Thank you.
They want to see me. They want to see me, man. They're honors.
Thank you. Away to Viva Cosatu.
Are you seeing me now?
Viva Cosatu, viva! Amandla! Comrades, the leadership has arrived. We are ready to start with our program.
So, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Comrades, Amandla! Amandla!
Okay. The Old Peter Mokaba Stadium. This is where Cosatu. Okay. So. A very good afternoon to you, Mfundo, and to our viewers. Once again, welcome back to the Old Peter Mokaba Stadium. This is where the main Cosatu rally is about to get underway. We've seen the Deputy President of the ANC, Paul Mashatile, is here, and we saw him take a walk about, just greeting the workers earlier on. The workers also coming through in their numbers. Earlier on, the stadium was a bit empty, and there was a concern even from the Cosatu office bearers as to is it the weather or what could be happening here. But we've seen the numbers just picking up here. The workers in high spirits, and most of them will be looking to hear from their office bearers. Zingiswa Losi, the Cosatu president, expected to address those that are here. But I'm going to bring into the conversation with us Samatu. You're here, Nkadeko, to represent those that are working in the hospitals, those that are in the hospitality sector. And you've been saying that there are a lot of challenges. We've seen as well that it's not just about wages, but there are issues at hospitals, at clinics. At least we have some of those. But in some areas, we don't even have clinics or hospitals. Maybe let's start there. Give us a sense of what are the challenges that you experience daily as Samatu.
So today I join you as the first Deputy President of Samatu to commemorate Workers' Day together with workers throughout the world. So as you've said, there are many gains that may have happened for us as workers throughout the years and the decades, but there's many struggles we still face on a regular basis. For ourselves and for any other sectors, definitely the unemployment of many of our workers in our sectors is one one,
you there?
the challenges of shortage of staff in all our corridors. As we speak now, while I'm here, there are my colleagues that are currently on the ground in hospitals giving quality health care to our people throughout South Africa. But as we speak of our challenges, I want to highlight that, as well as infrastructure challenges, conditions of the workplace, even including unilateral changes in working conditions, such as with the particular casualization of our healthcare sector, which currently we're standing against. Just to name just a bit, there are so many challenges that we have, and that's why we're here today. We're here to say that there are gains that have been made in the working world, but there's so much more that we still need to conquer. And we stand here not only by ourselves as healthcare professionals, but with all workers from all different sectors and the 16 affiliates of Cosatu, but also workers throughout the world that are also commemorating the Workers' Day today. So with that, we want to say, let's unite and stand together to ensure the world of work, and for us in particular, that the healthcare sector becomes the best it can be, that we have our challenges really focused on and changed, so that we can have a workplace where we're able to deliver the best quality of healthcare that we can. Because as Cosatu, one thing we do believe and we stand for as one of our mission is to really convey the message that quality healthcare is not something that should only be for some people, or depending on which class you're from, or where you are from, or where you're located. No. Quality healthcare is a basic human right that every South African, no matter where you are, whether you're in the most rural of areas in Bushbuckridge, in Limpopo, in Lusikisiki, everybody deserves the best healthcare. And us as health professionals, we stand towards that. But in order for that to happen, the way we work and the world of work and the struggles that we currently face really need to be addressed. And we bring this force today and say, let's stand united as workers.
Nkateko, I want to ask and touch on the issue of the NHI. We know very well that it has been a contentious issue, even ending up in the courts, and we've seen healthcare professionals saying that that can come through maybe to help the plight of those that are especially in the public space. Let's talk about that, the NHI. What do you make of that as we look at policy and some of the interventions that can help better your conditions as healthcare workers?
Firstly, I hope you're going to give me more time. I'm joking, but what I wanted to say is universal healthcare is something that really needs to happen. We need to equalize the healthcare sector in a space where, irrespective of where you are, you should have access. And NHI is a vehicle that can really deliver it. But in order for that to work, there are particular pillars that really need to be optimized, and those are the struggles that we speak about. We cannot have an NHI that truly works well without having the human element or the human resources that are optimized, without the infrastructure that is well taken care of. As much as the clinic might be upgraded, but if people can't get to the clinic or they can't get to the hospital, that's also something. So for us as Cosatu, we do stand with universal healthcare, we do stand with NHI, but we also say let us optimize the healthcare sector in order to ensure that the implementation of NHI is able to happen well. So even here I spoke about the contractual agreements as well, changes in working conditions that we're currently struggling in, and even matters such as shift work. So those are just me touching on a bit of the issues. But in order for healthcare to be effective, the challenges we face really need to be addressed.
Nkateko, really appreciate you giving us your time. Nkateko Mnisi joining us as the first Deputy President of Cosatu. They are in the medical space. They form a part of the 16 labor unions that belong to Cosatu. You know, Cosatu has about 2 million of their members, and some of them are here today. They'll be hearing from their office bearers. Mfundo, the program is getting underway. Behind me, I'm sure you'll see some of the office bearers, including the Deputy President here. They are singing the national anthem as an indication that the program is getting underway. It's back to you in studio for now, Mfundo.
inspiration through the workers' blood shall run. There can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? But the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. Is there aught we hold in common with the greedy parasite, who would lash us into serfdom and would crush us with his might? Is there anything left to us but to organize and fight? For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. It is we who plowed the prairies, built the cities where they trade, dug the mines and built the workshops, endless miles of railroad laid. Now we stand outcast and starving midst the wonders we have made, but the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. All the world that's owned by idle drones is ours and ours alone. We have laid the wide foundations, built it skyward stone by stone. It is ours not to slave in, but to master and to own, while the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. They have taken untold millions that they never toiled to earn, but without our brain and muscle not a single wheel can turn. We can break their haughty power, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. In our hands is placed a power greater than their hoarded gold, greater than the might of armies magnified 1,000-fold. We can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
Stand up, all victims of oppression, for the tyrants fear your might. Don't cling so hard to your possessions, for you have nothing if you have no rights. Let racist ignorance be ended, for respect makes the empires fall. Freedom is merely privilege extended, unless enjoyed by one and all. So my brothers and sisters, while the struggle carries on, the Internationale unites the world in song. from greed that dawn and stand beside us. We'll live together or we'll die alone. In our world poisoned by exploitation, those who will take, they must give. And then the vanity of nations, we hope one earth on which to live. So the brothers and sisters, for the struggle carries on. The international unites the world in song. So comrades, rally, for this is the time and place. The international ideal unites the human race. And so begins the final drama in the streets and in the fields. We stand unbound before their armor. We defy their guns and shields. When we fight, provoked by their aggression, let us be inspired by life and love. Although they offer us concessions, change will not come from above. So come brothers and sisters, for the struggle carries on. The international unites the world in song. So comrades, rally, for this is the time and place. The
Thank you. Long live Cosatu, long live. Long live Cosatu, long live. Pili pili ka ANC, pili pili. Forward with the African National Congress, forward. Pili pili, kama mmogo SACP, pili pili. Viva SACP, viva! Viva Sanko, viva! We are now on part 2 of our program, and Comrade Susan will proceed. Thank you.
Amandla! Hayi comrades, asinizwa. Owenu lo mcimbi basebenzi. Viva Cosatu, viva! Viva Cosatu, viva! Amandla! Away to! Comrades, we are proceeding with our program. Now we are going to invite the man of the house, the chairperson of Cosatu in the province of Limpopo, to come and welcome us. Amandla! Chairperson, Comrade Lisiba Munyaki, you may come, you may ascend to the podium. Viva Cosatu, viva! Viva Cosatu, viva! Thank you.
Amandla awethu matla arina matimba yaina manda ashu all power, all power. Comrades, fellow workers, I'm standing here in front of you, sent by the PEC of Cosatu in Limpopo. The day has come. Lo fika duba. Lanamusi. And it started by drizzling in Limpopo. When it drizzles, we know those are blessings. Viva Cosatu, viva! Aine pulaya midupi aine. On behalf of PEC Cosatu, led by myself here, the Deputy Chair, the PS, and the PT, let me extend my warm revolutionary welcome to all those who are gathered here to celebrate this important International Workers' Day that is popularly known as May Day. This is not just a day of remembrance, comrades, but a day of struggle, solidarity, and renewal of our commitment to the working class. We are so grateful as Limpopo that the CEC resolved to give us Limpopo an opportunity to host this great celebration at a national level. They didn't care that we are a province that is predominantly rural with a population close of 7 million that is having plus minus 35% of unemployment rate. But they knew very well that this province, its economy, contributes a lot to the national economy because of our mining, agriculture, and tourism. We are the home of platinum, coal, agriculture, and tourism. We don't want to exclude fruits and veggies that make the citizens of Limpopo amongst the healthiest in this country. We welcome our alliance partners from SANCO, African National Congress, the South African Communist Party, whose presence here reaffirms the strength of our historic alliance. Together we have walked a long road in advancing the rights of workers, defending democracy, and striving for South Africa that belongs to all. We would like to welcome different spheres of all that are gathered here, starting with the Premier, the traditional leaders, religious leaders, different communities, young and old, the working class, and the number 2 in the country, the Deputy President. How do I forget the number 1 shop steward, our President Losi? Today we'll be reminded that the struggle of workers cannot be separated from the struggle for accountable, people-centered governance, gains of both the Federation and the Alliance. Cosatu calls upon workers to remain vigilant, to demand clean governance, and to ensure that our Alliance delivers on promises made to the people. With those few words, comrades, we would like to welcome you. The best thing that you can do is to listen. Amanda! Thank you.
Pulaya mirupi haine. One revolutionary song, comrades. Haine pulaya mirupi. Amandla! Amandla! Viva Cosatu, viva! Viva Cosatu, viva! Thank you, Chairperson, Comrade Lisiba Munyaki, the Chairperson of Limpopo. Rialebuwa uamuhelwa. Siyabonga ukwamkelwa. Limpopo. Rilebuwa lipula ya midupi. Thank you very much. Rilebuwa liluna comrades ubateng haluna. Now we are proceeding with our program. We are now, comrades, to invite the Provincial Secretary, Comrade Hangwani, to come and acknowledge our guest so that we can move our program. Amandla! Comrade PS, you may come to the podium.
Mandla! Mandla! Viva Cosatu, viva! Viva ANC, viva! Viva SACP, viva! Viva Sanko, viva! Thanks very much, comrades, program directors. Our task is very short. It is to introduce the leaders that are here in front, the leaders of the alliance. Let me do it in this fashion. From the CEC of Cosatu, we are led by the president of Cosatu, Comrade Zingiswa Losi. And from the CEC, again, we are led by the presidents that are driving the program. The president of SATU, Comrade Magope Mapila. And the president of SACTU Clothing, Comrade Susan Kumal. In our midst, we also have the president of SAEPU, Comrade Mpokeng. We also have the DGS of Sakao, Comrade Jerry Muneri. Also in our midst is the first DP of Popru, Comrade Musadiwa Maje Mkoko. Also present in this May Day 2026 is the General Secretary of DINOSA, Comrade Kwena Manamela. And indeed also present in this meeting or rally of the workers is the DGS of Satao, Comrade Nepal. And next to him, we have the DGS of Neao, Comrade December Mavuso. And comrades, we also have the DGS of SATU, Comrade Dolopi. The president of SAMU, new from the box, Comrade Keteni Mutabi is also here. We also have the president of SASBO, he's also amongst us. Going to our alliance, comrades, in the SACP, we are led by the Central Committee member, Comrade Alex Mashilo. Going to the ANC, we are led by the Deputy President, Comrade Paul Mashatile, the Deputy President of the ANC. He is accompanied by the Provincial Chairperson, Comrade Popi Ramatuba. and other members of the Provincial Executive Committee. Going to Sanko, we are led by the Deputy President of Sanko, Comrade Malimacha. We also have the Provincial Chairperson of Sanko, Comrade Makola, and the Provincial Secretary of Sanko, Comrade Sipuru. In the PEC of Popru, we are led by the chairperson who was addressing us, but also here up front is the Provincial Treasurer, Comrade Mike Mangai. We also have chairpersons of the PEC of Cosatu. I will not indicate each one by one because there are 16. We are trying to rush against time, but they are all here. But we also want to acknowledge you, comrades, who have been able to make it to this stadium in this very cold weather. Amandla.
Comrades, let's join, comrades. Let's sing together. Ni fire brigade. Hello. Comrades, it's your day. It's our day. Aritabeng kamukana. Aritabeng, comrades. Let's celebrate ourselves, comrades. Yeah. Ba sound ba itukise le bona ba tlo re enter ba tlo re fa one item after the revolutionary song. Comrades, ke letsatsi la lona hle. Sound entertainment. Prepare yourselves. Cosatu, viva! Amandla! Comrades, PS, come back and amend your acknowledgement of guest. There's guests that you didn't acknowledge. And then we'll be proceeding, comrades, with our program.
President of SABC, Kitty Mafawat. It's a grief because you just said President of SABC.
I didn't have
Kitty Mafawat.
Mandla, I'm advised that I committed a fox pass. The president of SASBO is Comrade Tsietsi Mafawat. Comrades, we also have a number of guests that we have invited, but because of the time that is gone already, we would want to make it this brief. We have got, we'll just name them without asking them to stand up. We have got Vrezani Nechtuka, Department of Labor, Kolongwepe, Department of Labor, Abednego Siavela, Department of Labor, Majam Patlele from the World Federation of Trade Unions. We have Silowa Lisiba from the ANC Youth League, NEC. We have Tolo Likhala, chaplain of the ANC. We have Mulepo Kateko, chaplain. And we have Jerry Marco from the office of the MEC. Now, we have also here the Young Communist League of South Africa, South African Human Rights Commission, SASCO, and all the structures that are here. The Minister of Labor is also here. And then the young worker is aggrieved that she's not acknowledged. Comrade Jamela, you acknowledge. Thanks very much.
Hey, ta, the young workers, hey, ta. Hey, ta, the young workers, hey, ta. Roar, the young lions, roar. Amandla. Sound, can you prepare for entertainment, a revolutionary song? We are moving with our program. We are now, comrades, proceeding to be receiving our own president. The input, the message, the address from our own #1 shop steward. So as we are preparing for that, comrades, can I request that the sound system get ready? Mara, maybe, comrades, let's start with a revolutionary song as we are preparing, comrades, to be listening to one of our own. Can we get, comrades, a revolutionary song while the president is warming to ascend to the podium? One revolutionary song, comrades. One uniting revolutionary song, comrades. One uniting revolutionary song. DJ, can you help us to unite us? Sound, help to unite us.
Baba Mandela, Sabela uyabizwa, uyabizwa, Sabela uyabizwa. Baba Mandela, Sabela uyabizwa, uyabizwa, Sabela uyabizwa. Nami sisile, Sabela uyabizwa, nemoda mema, Sabela uyabizwa. Nami sisile, Sabela uyabizwa, nemoda mema, Sabela uyabizwa. Sapa sapela, Sabela
Amandla. Long live Cosatu, 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 long live. Long live the African National Congress, long live. Long live the South African Communist Party, long live. Long live Sanko, long live. Eta, the revolutionary PYA, eta. Malibongwe. Malamba Kosikazi. Wathintu mama. Wathintu mbokoto. Thank you very much, program directors, the leadership of our federation, the Central Executive Committee of Cosatu, the ANC led by its Deputy President, Comrade Paul Mashatile, the Sanko Deputy President, Comrade Chris Maleja, the SACP led by the Central Committee member of the party, Comrade Dr. Alex Mashilo, our Minister of Employment and Labor, Minister Noma Kosazana Meth, comrades and friends, and most importantly, workers from Limpopo and across the breadth and the width of our country. Comrade leadership, we are indeed honored to be here today at Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane, Limpopo, a province that played a historic role in the labor movement and the liberation struggle, and that continues to inspire the nation. We were pained by the recent devastating floods in Limpopo and Mpumalanga. We must continue to work together to rebuild our communities from Giyani to Bushbuck Ridge. Comrades, 140 years ago, workers in Chicago in the United States of America stood up and rejected some of the most horrendous forms of exploitation, including child labor, and they demanded an 8-hour day. Their struggles led to workers being killed. Their example has served as an inspiration to workers ever since, from the cold streets of Chicago to the hot farms of ZZ2 in Zanini. We are celebrating 32 years of liberation from apartheid regime and building our internationally respected constitutional democracy, and in defense of our transformation journey. These victories, comrades, that we are proud of today came as a result of this giant labor federation that was led by Satu, the predecessor of Cosatu, led by our forebearers, John Kadimeng, Ray Alexandra, and ordinary citizens, from mine workers in Tabazimbi to municipal workers in eThekwini. As a federation of Elijah Bahai, we are indeed proud of how far we have come as a nation from the dark days of apartheid, when domestic and farm workers were treated little better than slaves, to today, when workers' rights in South Africa are enshrined in our progressive labor laws, from a right to strike to collective bargaining, from paid maternity to parental leave, to the national minimum wage that has raised the salaries of over 6 million workers, to the access of education, transport, healthcare, and jobs, including persons with disabilities. Whilst indeed, comrade leadership, we are proud of these many advances that we have made as this federation, we dare not become complacent when the challenges that are facing the working class are continuously immense. What we cannot do is to celebrate 32 years of our freedom, but keep quiet when 4 out of 10 South Africans cannot find work. What hope is there for the matriculant in Phalaborwa, or for a disabled bus driver in Makhado when jobs are scarce? When we are battling this single greatest threat that is facing the nation, comrades, we must therefore condemn those employers, both in the private and in the public sectors who see nothing wrong with retrenching workers in this economy of ours. Our unemployment, comrade, our unemployment must be treated as a national emergency, like we did, Deputy President, when we were dealing with COVID-19. We believe as this federation that the issue of unemployment, the issue of young people that are not in employment must be treated as a national emergency. And so all of us, comrades, be it the teacher in Malamulele, the mining company in Rustenburg, or a hospital in Mangaung, must buy local produced goods. Because if we are then to deal with issues of unemployment, we must begin by supporting our own economy, support the small businesses in our country, buy local, employ local people so that they are able to find themselves in the mainstream of our economy. This leadership will be in response to the high levels of cost of living that is plunging millions of workers and their families into debt, and that this Cosatu, your federation, must continue to wage massive campaigns to provide relief and hope for the working class and workers. We must therefore, as this federation, deal with the issue of the price of fuel and the electricity, and that it is unaffordable. And our campaign must be that the prices of fuel and electricity must be slashed. We must address the issue of inadequate transport system in our country. We must be able to challenge jams and other medical aid schemes that are exploiting workers in our country by charging them abusive prices. Our government, comrades, must implement the next phase of the two-pot pension reforms and address the tax burden that the workers are feeling as they are accessing their pension funds. We must, as workers in South Africa, defend the national health insurance. We will then, comrades, be able to overcome the entrenched levels of poverty and inequality when we are standing together, when we are able to see the levels of unemployment falling by at least the next quarter. Comrade leadership, we cannot, President, celebrate 32 years of democracy when the nation is scarred by horrific levels of crime and corruption. We cannot be a proud nation when a young learner in Polokwane is harassed whilst she or he is going to school. We cannot be a proud nation when a cashier in Gqeberha is sexually abused by the employer. When members of the LGBTQI+ community are victimized in Khayelitsha. Cosatu is calling for Parliament to overhaul our criminal justice to deal with this scourge. And so, leadership, we must appreciate the progress that has been made to remove the cancer of corruption across the state, in particular with SARS. But more needs to be done. Our police require vehicles. Our NPA require skilled prosecutors. The courts of our country require magistrates. And this is a war that we dare not lose. Politicians, employers, and tenderpreneurs who steal from the poor must go to prison. So we welcome what we see in the Madlanga Commission. Perhaps it is the most effective commission we have ever had in our country. Because what we see, you appear once, you appear twice, the third time you appear in court. Comrade leadership, we need to do more in terms of labor inspection to ensure that the exploitation of workers is addressed, but also the working conditions of workers are safe in the factories that we are working in. Allow me, leadership, to say that this federation is a product of workers' struggle, and it is a beneficiary of international solidarity during the darkest days of apartheid, from Angola to Mozambique and beyond. We are therefore firm in our solidarity with the people of Cuba, with the people of Venezuela, with the people of Western Sahara and Palestine, to our fellow workers in Zimbabwe and Eswatini in Lesotho. We are also, leadership, resolute in our condemnation as a federation of all wars of aggression, from Sudan to Lebanon and to Iran. Comrades, indeed, as we make a reflection of how far we have come since the birth of this giant federation in 1985, we must remind ourselves that all of what we have attained is as a result of our historic and revolutionary alliance with the ANC, the SACP, SANCO, and the broader mass democratic movement. This federation remains and continues to be the shield for workers in the workplace. The SACP continues to be the vanguard of the working class. The African National Congress is the leader of the liberation movement, with each alliance component having a unique role to play. This alliance, comrades, was forged through stayaways. It was forged through strikes, through prison, through exile, and even others died in pursuance of our democracy. It is therefore an alliance that is built by such giants as O.R. Tambo, Joe Slovo, Chris Hani, Elijah Bahai, and Helen Susan, amongst many. And so, as we are heading to the most contested elections in our country since the dawn of democracy, this alliance must be united. We must always remind ourselves that we are allies and not opponents. And so, it is important that we work hand in glove as we engage, as we mobilize voters to ensure that on the election day, this alliance emerges victorious from Thohoyandou to Tshwane to the Eastern Cape. Comrades, leadership, the Federation of Mark Shope, the Federation of John Gomomo, the Federation of Nana Abrahams will unapologetically defend its unity. The alliance must be radically reconfigured. The alliance must lead the state. The alliance must remain biased towards the working class and the rural poor. We must never, comrades, allow our differences to divide workers. And as a federation, we are making this appeal to our alliance partners. This leadership of the alliance must dare not fail. We must not dare fail Collins Shabane, comrade. We must not dare fail Joyce Mashamba. We must not dare fail Ruth First. We must not dare fail Winnie Madikizela Mandela. Because these comrades are an embodiment of the alliance. The challenges that are facing the working class, from unemployment mother who is residing in Mitchell's Plain to a petrol attendant that is in Kimberley, a taxi driver that is in Jane First, requires a Cosatu and its affiliates that are on the ground, comrades, that are at the workplace, that are vibrant, that are defending workers, that are securing wage increases, and importantly, a federation that is servicing its members. This federation was founded upon the principles of socialism, when our forebearers made a call for a one sector, one union, one country, one federation. And so it is important for Cosatu to extend our hand to our comrades in all other federations and unions to achieve our core founding principle. Workers in South Africa must work in defense of workers irrespective of our differences. We have come from the day that we were born in 1995, when this militant giant Cosatu was launched in Durban. We have, comrades, won massive victories in defense of the working class. We still have a long way to go. And in order for us, united, to be able to win the battles that are ahead of us, we will be able to do so when workers are united on the ground. As this leadership, as this generation of this federation, we dare not fail workers. We are confident that this federation and the alliance will indeed continue to lead these struggles united until we achieve our socialism. Long live Cosatu, long live. Long live the unity of workers in South Africa, long live. Long live our alliance, long live. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Re a leboga mma go rena, re a leboga. Thank you. Le ka re leletša e tlang gore kopantšha ka moka mo e le ge re emiša ba Semphato to come and give messages of support. And as they would be giving messages of support, they would not go beyond 10 minutes, each of them. Should one be tempted to go more than 10 minutes, I would also be tempted to stand up, just to come and say, your time is up. But I will not be tempted to grab the mic. I hope by standing here, comrades will respect that. Entertainment, please.
Away to long live Alliance, long live. Program Director, thank you so much for the opportunity given to us as Habasal. Allow me to take this opportunity and send warm revolutionary greetings.
Comrades, once we have a speaker here, please don't disrupt them. You can continue singing so that I restart my stopwatch. Thank you. Thank you. Let's give Sango an opportunity to address us. Thank you. 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 Sango, message of support. Thank you.
Nazok. As we pass our warm revolutionary greetings to the leadership, re dumedisa boetapele bja ANC bja boeteletšopele ke motlatšapresidente comrade Paul Mashatile, boetapele bja Communist Party bja boeteletšopele ke comrade Alex Mashilu, boetapele bja Cosatu boeteletšweng pele ke presidente ka sebele Losi. Allow me to extend my revolutionary greetings to one and the only premier of this beautiful Limpopo province, comrade Paul Peter Mokaba. Give fitishe malume aga leona ke re lwena John vele ka majoro malume ke ao. Of most important, wena Magula le comrade Champ vele ka baetapele bja bahlali ba Limpopo. Baetapele ka moka ba ba leng mo. Luena minister kamrao kamo gitšie sebaka se ke re lena baludi le lena babereki letšatši le le botsekileo au be shebe ere gilete ka letšatši la ba bereki. Ke bontšhe gore we are here today, just solidarity, to show our unwavering support to one and the only gallant legend, to one and the only federation in this country, Cosatu, the federation of Elijah Bahaya, the federation of Omomo, the federation of Chris Dlamini. We want to say this is the only federation that has managed to prove beyond reasonable doubt that national minimum wage, it is here and is here to stay. However, the president, the deputy president, babereki ba ba re bokamoso bja bana ba bona bo leruto. Babereki ba re mebereko e ba dumela gore a eo o na le e be wona. Babereki ba re o tšhela makhura sefataneni a o toki qualification o banene bo fiwa matšwante. Babereki ba re polase tša bora khulukuku wa bona tše di lemao ke ba oma le tšhelete o banene o eta meberekoni o bereka international workers mola ba yona. Babereki ba le rena re badudi re di seo a se fele. There is nothing xenophobic to say those who are coming in this country must be those who are bringing scarce skill. Those who don't have such must never be in our country. They are taking the little that we are hoping for. Therefore, we are calling upon the Federation to ensure that you enforce that non-South Africans must not work if they are not bringing anything different that we have. Babereki ba re di hoteleng tša di hotele ba fiwa dijo ke batho ba tšwa ka nte nne ba rona gore ba ka apeela bana ba bo bona na. Re federation a re tshwarisane re eme ka maoto obane mmereko wa o cleaner ka hae le gatani o need international worker. We therefore call upon the state to ensure that those who are dodging national minimum wage, they face the consequences. It can't be that after Cosatu has done so much, we still have the bogus workers owners who decide not to give workers the money that they deserve. Re babereki ba alla re bahlali sello sa babereki se fita hae re bahlali re babereki ba alla. Allow me to take this opportunity and reiterate what the president said. We call upon all alliance components to unite and face the devil. The devil is inside and outside. Here is Trump-led West imperialism, which has got no regard of a human being. Our division will never assist anyone. Instead, he will continue undermine our sovereignty. He will continue undermine our democracy. He will continue undermining our constituency. Who is he to ask us to doubt our policies? Who is he to tell us about our policies? We have our policies that deal with our own matters. We therefore call upon all alliance components to rethink the future. Otherwise, history will judge us harshly. As I conclude, we call upon everybody. Re re bothale bja mathomo ko thompha mmao le papao. Bothale bja mathomo bja moetapele ko engwadišetša lekgetho. O re ka tšatši la lekgetho o ye o kgethe o defended the gains of democracy. Thank you so much.
Re a leboga babereki ba alla. Babereki ba alla. Re a leboga. Sound. There is a discord. Sound. Ilere Misha, Comrade Dr. Soli Machilo, Potaore Magalefu. Thank you. Comrade Alex, we're in your hands.
Comrade President of Cosatu, Zingiswalosi, we worked together in the same factory, you and I. You were building car engines, and I was in the process where we were building the entire vehicle using the engines that you built. We served together in the same shop steward committee. You were based in the engine plant, Struendale. I was based in Silverton, Pretoria. Greetings to you. Comrade Deputy President of the African National Congress, also Deputy President of the Republic, Comrade Paul Mashatile. I followed you as a youngster myself in the province of Gauteng, in Mamelodi, when you were our leader in the youth movement, in the Communist Party, and in the African National Congress, in the region we called PWV at the time. Greetings to you. Greetings to Comrade Malimeja, Deputy President of SANCO. Greetings to the entire delegation of SANCO present here today. Comrade Paul Peter Matuva, you are the provincial chair of the ANC and the premier of Limpopo province, but you are also the deputy provincial chair of the South African Communist Party. Comrade Chweni Malibana, provincial secretary of the SACP, leading our delegation in this province, greetings to you. Greetings to the entire leadership of the SACP in this province and greetings to our Minister of Employment and Labor, our member of the Political Bureau, a senior member to me, and a member of our Central Committee, Comrade Andrew Snell. We are all members of the African National Congress, by the way. Comrades, the SACP has released its full statement on this International Workers' Day. I'm not going to go through the entire statement. I will just synthesize a few points from that statement as a message of support at this event and trying to reach out to the working class, both employed and unemployed sections and strata, including those who have not managed to be here with us today. Comrades, we need cool heads. We need to relax. We need level-headedness. Otherwise, we will tolerate working with the enemy and become intolerant with working with our allies. We need cool-headedness. The elections did not bring about this alliance. On the contrary, it is this alliance that brought about the elections and the right of every adult from the age of 18, regardless of race and gender, to vote. It is not elections that created this alliance. It is this alliance that created elections. When we came together in this alliance, we did so because we were not one organization. We did so because we were independent organizations, each one with a historical mission to achieve. We did so because in our respective historical missions, there are common strategic objectives that made us interdependent. So we need cool heads. We need to relax. Otherwise, we will commit errors and mistakes. We will bring unnecessary conflict in the camp of the people while we are working with the enemy on the other side. Cosatu has given us a clear line of march when we came here. They said we must use this platform to build the alliance, to preach a message of unity. We didn't come here to throw a venomous snake to an ally. Comrades, let us summarize a few principles. One, when we elect you to become our shop steward in the workplace, after we have elected you, never ever, and I'm speaking as a former shop steward, a former full-time shop steward for that matter, a seasoned trade unionist, after we elect you as our shop steward, never ever make decisions alone without consulting us. Never. That is against worker democracy. Immediately we elect you to be our shop steward, to be our representative. And you regard that position and the outcomes of our elections as your private property. You decide to lead alone. You must know you have violated
the principles of worker democracy, you will bring about mistrust among us. When we go out to vote for you, to campaign for you as our shop steward, never tell us that the position we put you in is your private property, is your resource, and you alone shall decide what will happen. Never do that. Never go and meet management alone without a witness from the trade union movement. Even when we give you demands, comrades, and you negotiate with management and the management makes an offer, it doesn't matter how appealing that offer looks like, never accept it alone. Come back to the general meeting, seek democratic consultation to reach consensus and receive a mandate. Only when we have given you a mandate to accept that offer or to modify it, go back to management and conclude the negotiations on our behalf. This is worker democracy. The same thing applies in the broader political struggle. When we come together as allies, we adopt an election manifesto, we vote for you, and we campaign for you. Never ever think that our votes and the outcomes of our effort to vote for you are your private property. Come back to the alliance and consult. Never ever make unilateral decisions when we are allies. These are the principles of worker democracy. Let us work together. By these words, I am emphasizing what must characterize a reconfigured alliance. A reconfigured alliance works together in elections, works together after elections. A reconfigured alliance consults one another. That's how we must work. The president of Cosatu, comrades, in conclusion, has summarized the gains we must defend. We need to continue the alliance to defend these gains, to work together. As the SACP, we respect the right of the African National Congress to stand for elections, and to show this, we have supported the ANC for over 30 years, because it is not only our ally, but it has served as our organization. We have achieved these gains and democratic dispensation led by it. And as we stand here today, we are convinced, working together with the ANC, with Cosatu and SAMCO, we will emerge united and victorious. Thank you.
Amandla. Awethu. sound re fenyetlang go re kopanya e le ge re emiša deputy president wa ANC le bile le deputy president wa naga Thank you. Thank you. Comrade Deputy President Mashatile. Thank you.
Matla. Viva ANC, viva. Viva South African Communist Party, viva. Viva Cosatu yabasebenzi, viva. Qina msebenzi qina. Qina msebenzi qina. Viva Sanko yabahlali, viva. Viva Sanko yabahlali, viva. Matla. Matla. Hake thome ka o dumedisha moetapele wa rona e leng yena president ya Cosatu, Comrade Zingiswa Losi. Ke dumedishe leloko la Central Committee ya Communist Party, Comrade Alex Mashilo, who is with us here. He's got a new name today, Soli. Dumela, Comrade Soli, Dumela. You mustn't worry, Comrade Mashilo. It means you might rise, you know, getting that name. Comrades Haki Dumedishe, First Deputy President Wasanko, Comrade Christopher Malimecha. Kidumedise baetapele ba African National Congress ba leng hona le hono mahare ga rena, Comrade Popi Ramatuba, who's also our Premier of Limpopo Province. Kidumedishe my comrades our National Executive Committee, Comrades Andres Nel, who is also a Deputy Minister Yarona, Ya Justice and Constitutional Development. Comrade Meth, who is also a Minister of Employment and Labor, all in Khona Mahar Harona. Ke dumedishe baetapele kaofela ba leng gona ba Limpopo ba etetswe pele ke Comrade Poppy as the chairperson of our organization in this province. Ke dumedishe kaofela baeti ba leng gona le hono. Distinguished guests, comrades and compatriots. Haholo lona maloko a Cosatu who are here ke re dumelang kaofela. Re a le dumedisha re thabile ho ba le lona ka letšatši le hono. Program Director, on behalf of the National Executive Committee of the African National Congress, I bring you fraternal and revolutionary greetings to this historic gathering of the working class May Day. Once again, we gather here in Limpopo province, a land of rich heritage, resilience, and natural beauty. We gather to commemorate, to honor, and to celebrate the proud and courageous history of worker struggles in South Africa and across the world. Before we can even talk about the rest of the world, the province of Limpopo has experienced its fair share of labor struggles. This province beats the footprints of people who marched for dignity. Its values echo with the voices of those who demanded justice at every turn of our struggle for liberation. Amongst the giants of the liberation struggle who hail from this province, we remember John Kwana Nkadimeng. He is a significant figure in the South African liberation struggle, known for his leadership in both political and trade union movement. Ntate Nkadimeng recognized the connection between the struggle for fair wages and dignity and the broader fight for freedom and democracy. It is in this province that we are reminded that the tale of workers is inextricably linked to the story of our country's success and our future. From the mineral wealth beneath its soil to the fertile agricultural fields that feed our country, Limpopo is a powerful symbol of labor and an enduring spirit of its people. It is the same spirit that carried by those who hardly see the light of day, deep in the mine shafts, extracting the rich that fuel our economy. It is the spirit of those who cook meals that they may never eat and make hotel beds they can only dream of sleeping in. It is the spirit of workers who labor in silence, whose dignity must be recognized and whose voices must be heard. Program Director, today as we commemorate or celebrate Workers' Day, we affirm that their struggle is not forgotten. Their endurance and their courage is our call to action to build a South Africa where labor is honored, where the rights are protected, and where every worker shares in the fruits of his or her labor. It was workers who marched when marching was forbidden. It was workers who spoke when silence was demanded. It was workers who reminded the nation that freedom without justice and democracy without dignity could never be complete. In those dark and difficult days, organized workers mobilized, resisted, and stood firm against unfair labor practices. They carried the banner of dignity and justice, and they stood at the forefront of the struggle for political and economic freedom. These struggles found their organized voice in the launch of Cosatu at Carisfontein in Durban more than 40 years ago. With its now renowned slogan of "an injury to one is an injury to all," Cosatu became the living personification of worker unity, a federation that carried the demands of the shop floor into the corridors of power, that linked bread and butter struggles to the broader fight for liberation. An injury to one, is an injury to all. Comrades, workers through Cosatu expressed that exploitation would never be accepted and apartheid would end, and the dignity of labor would be central to our democracy. Indeed, in 1994, South Africa underwent a significant transition to democracy, marking a major victory for labor. This victory not only established the right to vote, but also affirmed the right to organize, the right to strike, and the right to seek dignity within the workplace. Democracy empowered workers by providing a voice in shaping the nation's future and emphasizing labor rights within our constitutional framework. It underscores the notion that true democracy requires all workers benefit from its promises, where freedom is noted with justice and citizens associated with the provision of decent work. Re First Deputy President of SANCO, basebetsi ba lla. Ka moo, we have to respond to the cry of the workers to ensure that they too must benefit from this democracy they fought for. However, comrades and friends, in this democratic dispensation, we know that workers faced with challenges of unemployment, inequality, and the erosion of job security are out there crying, as First Deputy President of SANCO saying that they too must get jobs created by this economy. The struggle has shifted from breaking the chains of apartheid to breaking the chains of poverty, corruption, and exploitations in any form. Moreover, the global landscape is marked by significant uncertainties, including slow economic growth, geopolitical tensions, and an uneven recovery from recent crises, such as disruption in global supply chains, but also rising inflation. Developing nations, including our own South Africa, confront structural challenges such as inequality, debt burdens, and susceptibility to external shocks. Domestically, while there has been progress in increasing access to housing, education, healthcare, and social protection over the past 30 years, or 32 years rather, the fundamental structure of the economy remains largely unchanged, continues to have high employment rates of more than 31%, with over 7.8 million people unemployed for extended period of time. Despite small gains, earnings are failing to keep up with living costs, notably in the mining industry where job losses and terrible working conditions are common. At the same time, workers continue to fight for higher pay and better working conditions, as seen by ongoing discussions in important sectors of the economy. And this highlights the economic realities of inflation and rising living costs, which erode real worth of earnings. Therefore, comrades, this day is not just a celebration. It is a call to continued action. It is a reminder that the struggle for economic liberation continues. This year's theme, which is Build Working Class Unity for Economic Liberation Towards Socialism, speaks directly to the historic mission of the working class as a primary force of the national democratic revolution. A revolution aimed at dismantling the legacy of apartheid colonialism and building a just, equitable, and inclusive society. Comrades, the ANC has always recognized the working class as a key component of the constituency that stands to benefit from this revolution. Cosatu affiliates, as part of this motive force for change, have carried the struggle into the labor sector. Together, the ANC and Cosatu have championed legislation from occupational health and safety to basic condition of employment, and to a number of now entrenched protections across industries, ensuring that the rights and dignity of workers are defended at all times. The workers' struggles for a living wage and a better working condition remain part of the ANC National Transformation Agenda. Together with Cosatu, we share the overview that whilst we have laid constitutionalism as a bedrock of our democracy, that would be hollow without corresponding economic emancipation across race, gender, and class. This is why we declare today with conviction that the struggle continues. A luta continua. Comrades, the struggle to unite the working class to advance economic liberation and to ensure that every worker shares in the fruits of their labor continues. In this regard, we must also acknowledge the efforts led by our own government to grow the economy through a massive investment drive and efforts aimed at creating sustainable job opportunities, addressing poverty, and laying the foundation for a society where dignity is matched by opportunity. Compatriots, South Africa is showing modest, consistent economic progress. Compatriots, South Africa is showing modest economic progress. Reforms in energy and logistics, combined with improved private sector investments, are driving this recovery. These investments are about restoring hope, building livelihoods, and ensuring that the promise of democracy is fulfilled in the daily lives of our people. We must maintain our current trajectory by uniting the efforts of the government, labor, business, and civil society. This collaboration is essential for fostering an inclusive economy, developing capabilities, strengthening the state capacity, and promoting accountability in leadership and partnership across society. Comrade President Zingiswalosi, workers are not only participants in the economy, they are its foundation. It is the labor of workers that produces wealth, drives industrialization, and sustains economic growth. From the mines to the factories, farms, and service sectors, the working class remains the engine of production and the backbone of our society. Without workers, there is no economy. It is for this reason that the National Democratic Revolution recognized the working class as its leading motive force, whose unity and organizations are essential for advancing transformation and ultimately achieving economic liberation. I must state that the unity of the working class is not a luxury, but it is a necessity. The strength of our movement has always rested on the unity of the tripartite alliance. The African National Congress, the Congress of South African Trade Union, Cosatu, the South African Communist Party, and also now the South African Civic Organization, SANCO. Comrades, we are indeed concerned about some of the recent developments that may weaken this unity. So as the African National Congress, we are saying, whilst we respect the decision of the SACP to contest the coming local government elections, let us all do everything in our power to avoid the fragmentation of the working class struggles. Let us ensure, comrades, that perceived differences that are out there don't give rise to weakening the very forces required to advance the national democratic revolution. Now more than ever before, we must close ranks, deepen political education, and build a cohesive discipline and united movement of workers. I therefore want to join the leaders who spoke before me, the President of Cosatu, Comrade Zingiswalosi, Comrade Alex Mashilwe, and Comrade First Deputy President of SANCO, who have called for the unity of the alliance, that we as the alliance must continue to work together. Let us not be divided by anything. So, comrades, don't be divided by anybody. We need this alliance to advance the national democratic revolution and ensure the complete emancipation of our people. So today, as we celebrate May Day, we celebrate this Day of the Workers, we are saying, let there be unity. And I agree, Comrade Alex, that we must forge ahead with the reconfiguration of the alliance to strengthen it and make sure that this alliance continue to work for our people. Program Director, the ANC continue to affirm that collective bargaining is a cornerstone of our labor relations in our country. Collective bargaining is not only about wages and conditions, it is also about how allies in struggle work together to resolve ongoing socio-economic challenges. Fellow compatriots, as government, we also remain committed to addressing socio-economic challenges facing our people. Our priorities are focused on driving inclusive economic growth through industrialization, localization, and infrastructure development. Our immediate task is to create the much-needed jobs at scale, particularly for young people, through targeted employment program and also support small, medium businesses. Comrade President Cyril Ramaphosa officially announced the 4th of November this year as a day for South Africa's local government elections. Are you ready, comrades? Are you ready? Because this sets the stage for a critical moment in our democracy where communities will once again decide who will lead the most immediate level of government, which is local government. So as I move towards conclusion, I want to say, comrades, as we move towards that date, we call for unity of purpose, and let us ensure that the unity of purpose is paramount. Local government significantly impacts citizens' daily lives, because it provides essential services such as water, electricity, housing, deal with potholes, roads, etc. So it's the most important sphere of government closer to the people. The success of the upcoming local elections is crucial, and the ANC, which has carried the hopes of our people and aspirations from liberation to democracy, must emerge victorious. Riawina, comrades, come the 4th of November. We must not go and campaign just for campaign. We are campaigning to win. So victory is certain. It is through the ANC working with its alliance partners that the struggle for dignity, service delivery, and transformation continues to discover expression in the daily lives of our communities. Finally, let us reaffirm our commitment to the unity of the working class, to advance the national democratic revolution, and to build an inclusive and transformed economy that we can achieve economic liberation for all people. Let us honor the sacrifices of those who came before us by intensifying the struggle for justice, for equality, and for dignity. The future of our country depends on the strength, unity, and determination of the working class. Rea leboga, comrades, and we wish you a very good May Day to celebrate. I'm told that there will be some artists coming after this, now that we have delayed you from enjoying. Nako eo se fihlile. Le enjoy ga monate, but remember, the struggle continues. We must go and work hard to bring a better life to all our people. Long live the spirit of Elijah Barai. Long live. Long live the spirit of Elijah Barai. Long live. Forward to the working class unity. Forward. Mata. Manda. Mandla. Re a leboga pula.
Bakali pazugani na beni